Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. So, this video today is on this 2007 Peugeot 207, yes, 207 CC, and CC is actually the problem with it. Right, let me take you through what's wrong with it. So, this car came actually from another garage. As you can probably see when I do show you, someone already been here, tried to do something with this. Now the problem with this car is that let me go back a little bit. The problem with this car was that the roof did not open or close. Okay, they tried to do something to it, as you have seen, is all dismantled. And now, apparently, I haven't checked it, but even the windows, they don't work anymore. Which they were working before. And now it came here, and let's try to figure out what's wrong with it. So, first let's gonna confirm the fault. So, let's gonna start actually this thing. Let me unlock the steering. Okay, Honeymoon mode is active. Yeah, most likely, it doesn't really matter. Okay, folding mechanism faulty. Any more faults? Nope, looks like that's it. Well, we all know about that fault. Right, windows. Yeah, windows don't work. Absolutely correct. Nothing happens. Right, that's interesting. Speed too high. Oh well. Right, okay, let's try these buttons here. They also do nothing. Impossible to move. So when I try to move these here, nothing happens. Folding mechanism fault. So these faults, they just continuously passing. All these buttons are completely gone, nothing works. Okay, right, where to start with this? Let's gonna give it a scan and see what we have. Okay, so all connected. First ECU I decided to scan was the BSI, and on my BSI straight away I have that F059, no communications with the retractable roof ECU. Now, is this an old fault or a new fault? Because they've been messing about with it. It could be something along those lines. So let's gonna go look for my retractable roof and see if I get communications. And no, I don't. So there we go. So my problem is communications with this roof module. But before we actually go any forward, let me see if I can find out what they did to make the windows to stop working as well, which they were working before. I'm not sure, so let's see. Actually, let's go back to my BSI. Okay. I'm not sure if the windows are BSI data, BSI controlled. Openings and access, will that be that? No, that's just locking and opening. So looks like we might have something else. Okay, let me see. Boom, boom. Right. Okay, let me dig a little bit into this because I'm not really sure now. Okay, I cannot find anything for my windows. Okay, so now I'm here thinking, will it be that the windows are controlled by the roof ECU in this particular module, and maybe that was working before because was communications with that module, but was something else making the roof not to work. And now that there's no communications, because who knows, the windows stopped working. So I think I'm gonna stop here before I start to chase my own tail, and I'm gonna try to see if I can look at some diagrams and try to understand a little bit better how this system works, and then we'll carry on. Should I play the lottery today? Right. Quick check on the diagrams, and boom. The electric windows are controlled by the roof ECU, which, because there's no communications with it, obviously is not going to work. Now, why there is no communications? Do we have a communication problem, or do we have a power problem? A voltage supply problem. So let's gonna locate the ECU first, and then start to make some measurements. Okay, I'm not gonna dwell too much, but attention to detail, guys. Attention to detail. So this was not plugged in properly. Someone look at that. There's a little bit of a kind of a pushing pins in here. As you twist this, he pushes the plug up, and look at that. Really smashed. This was not plugged in properly. Before I plug it in, I wanna probably, what am I gonna do? I wanna make sure the pins are not bent or something like that, because who knows. I might try to pull. So this is actually the roof ECU for you guys that are interested, I believe. And this is what controls the roof. Oh, this comes off then. What's this? Okay, am I gonna take these off? Okay, bear with me. Okay, so the pins are actually all straight, so everything looks good. There's no damage to them. So with a Stanley knife, I'm going to trim this damage here, so we can plug this in properly. Okay, all plugged in. Let's gonna try this again. Oh dear me. Right. Ignition on. Actually, let's start this thing. Let's open the windows. Oops, there we go. Well, this is opening the rear windows. What the heck? What? So these buttons are opening those windows. What the heck? And this one is opening that way. What? I'm sure it shouldn't be like that. Let me see what this button does. Okay, so this button opens the rear windows, and then this window. What the heck is going on with this? Oh. I don't know exactly what's going on. Maybe it needs a learning. Doesn't sound great, does it? It's supposed to be automatic, isn't it? Okay. So the buttons now, okay, so we might needed some sort of alerting. So yeah, so these buttons now are working the way you should. Okay, bloody hell, it scared me for a bit. Okay, so now, let me see if I can learn with these windows, because they should go up and down. Okay, it goes down automatically, but they should come up automatically as well, shouldn't they? They don't come up automatically. Okay, that's weird. Maybe they're not supposed to. I don't know. Anyway, let's go now. Okay, so if I press these now, all the windows should drop. Yeah, that's correct. And the rear windows drop. Yeah, everything is open. So if I push it up, close the rear ones, and it close the front ones. Okay, So that's good. Okay, so it might be that on these buttons they are not supposed to work all the way up. I don't know, but with these buttons they go up and down all the windows at the same time. So now the roof. See what happens? So opens the windows, open the windows. Roof maneuver completed. Okay, that's it. I was closing the roof. Okay, now let's gonna try to open. Okay, and as soon as the windows, okay, no, oh sorry, as soon as that opens like that, okay, he gave me a fault straight away that there is a problem. So let me drop this down now. Okay, he's dropping the rear boot. Roof not completed. Okay, and I can hear something running. Okay, so obviously something is wrong somewhere. So let me open. Okay, so he opens that bit and he folds straight away. Okay, so he opens that and he folds. So let's gonna now try to communicate. Sorry about all this, but I'm trying to understand what's going on at the same time as I'm recording. Let's now communicate with his roof and see what we have. So trunk locking time fault, high stop. They mentioned something about the trunk sometimes not opening. And we have roof, right roof locked switch signal fault, consistency fault. Right. Right roof locked switch signal. Let's see where that is. Okay, so I think I've started to get somewhere. So the first thing I did was I didn't show you, but it doesn't really matter. So when you open the roof, there is two latches on that cover, one on each side. So I've checked those latches, they are okay, and there is two switches, one on each side. I thought as the roof was opening, that wouldn't say it was open and would fail to continue. But they're actually both working. But what I've seen as well is the following. Look at this, and it makes more sense now. If I look at this, look, when I try to open, so I'm not going to show you the back of the car, but the lid will open. I want you to look at this gap here, which is obviously where the roof should start to open, and look what happens. Can you see that? Have you seen it? It's forcing to open, but obviously it's not unlocking. So something is wrong here. So I'm going to put it all back down. Okay, so I think you can mechanically unlatch these here, if I'm not mistaken, and then we can look. Then we can look at it, I guess. Let's go and have a look at this inside. Okay, so just so you guys can follow what I'm doing right now. So what I wanted to look at inside is that when I close, you can see that the latch inside is closing, and then it opens, and is actually indeed unlocking the roof, because I can now move it. Okay, I'm just with one hand and it's very difficult, but I can actually separate the roof from this here, so I can actually move it by hand. But obviously something is not telling the system that this has been unlocked, so there's something wrong here somewhere. I'm going to take this cover off here at the front to see what's behind it, see if I can access something, and go from there really. Okay, so the liner has been now removed, and indeed we have two switches. So we have one here, this is the wire, this is the plug, okay, and we have one on the other side. Okay, so the roof is at the moment fully closed. Okay, so I want to see what measurements we get onto these two sensors. Okay, so I know this is not going to be ideal because I'm going to be on the way, etc. But we put the thingy here. We should be able to hear it. It's in continuity right now. So let me check this micro switch. Okay, you can hear it beeping. So this one is closed. Let's check this side. And it is open. There he is. Let me check again. Yeah, indeed, this is open. Should be closed. Right. Will this be my problem? Okay, let me now open the roof. So this one still open. Let me see if this is going to open as well. And that one is still showing closed. Look at that. Right, it looks like we have two faulty switches maybe. Right, let's try to figure this out. There is, let me take the phone. Oh dear me. Sorry about that, guys. Right, let me take these switches off and look inside. Okay, and as I was looking at this, so I removed the latch, and as I was looking at how this mechanism works, right now, that micro switch in there should be pressed by that tab at the back. By this little tab here, should have come forward and pushed that in. And the problem is, there's something, you can't really see on the camera, but there's something at the back that is preventing that from happening. So let me see if I pull that out and I will show you. Okay, let me see if I can pull this off. It looks like something got loose. It looks like a... Oops. Come on. This is like a rubber stopper that came off. There it is. It looks like a rubber stopper. You see? That should be, you see now? It's pressing the mechanism right now in there. So this rubber stopper should be, I don't know where, because I can't see anywhere inside where these things should be. So I don't know. Can't really see any place where this rubber thing should be. Mine doesn't even belong here. Let's kind of get rid of it. Let's kind of measure this switch, make sure it's working okay. Oh. Yeah, it is. Hold on. No, he's not, because he's not doing a full... Oh, crap. So when you leave it, he reads 168 ohms. So he's not completely in the circuit. Right, let's pull this switch out and see if we can get it cleaned. Okay, and after a little bit of that as well, a little bit of contact cleaner and spray, I lift a little bit that rubber, that blue rubber seal. I made a tiny hole on it, so some of that stuff would get inside, which I believe it did. Also, these, just to let you know, these rubber thing, I know where it is from now. Let me show you on the other side. You see that rubber in there? That stopper is missing on this side. So you can see the hole in there, right there. So this is supposed to be there. So he came off and somehow made his way inside, pushing the thingy. So this is connected. Well, let's gonna have a go at this again. So that's opening. That's going all the way up, which was down to him before, and there we go. Right, I can't go all the way because I believe I have some stuff on that shelf. So we're going to take those stuff first, put everything back on, and then give it a go. It definitely needs lubricating. Everything is dry everywhere. The latches at the back, everything is dry. So we're gonna lubricate everything with silicone grease, and then give a good few cycles at the end. Put all these trimmings back on, and looks like we have a fix, guys. Looks like we have a fix. But for now, let's gonna put all back on. So this is what I mean. All these latches. Look how dry they are. So it's gonna lubricate this properly. The other side as well, every single one of them, and then, as I said, give it a few cycles and see if it works okay. Okay, and I had to turn off the maxi seals because there's about 2% of battery left. Right, let's gonna start this thing now and give you a full cycle. I already cleared the codes on the car, and I have already cycled the roof once to make sure, just to lubricate all those points, but I'm gonna do it now from start to finish so you guys can see. There we go. And it shows you, oh no, it shows you maneuver completed. Now we are going to close it. I'm going to see if I can put the rear seats back in place. I didn't took them off, but I'll try to figure out how they go in. And there it comes. And it should show you maneuver completed. So in the end was just when the roof was unlatching this here, should see both latch undone, and even though mechanically they were undone, the switch was not telling the system that this was undone, because, as we already established, because of this. Right, I'm not going to put it back on because I think it might going to come off again, and we don't want to go through the same problem again. So I'm going to tell him that he might need to get a new one, because I'm sure this is going to compress here to keep everything tight. So I'll tell him to get one of these, but the roof is working, guys. So in the end, a micro switch. Oh dear. Well, not even a micro switch, really. Oh well. Anyway, what else to say? This is done. I'm going to try to finish this today. Tomorrow is Sunday, and maybe the guy wants the car for the weekend. So see if I can get this done in case if the guy wants to pick it up. So yeah, guys, I know nothing special really, but hope you enjoyed the video. Hope there's some information here you guys can find useful. If you do have any questions, any comments, please put them below. And like always, thanks for watching. Oh dear me.